Thank you all. Please be seated. May the spirit of knowledge and unity reflected in this invocation guide us throughout the conference. To mark the auspicious beginning of NCICT'26-QUANT, we now proceed with the traditional lighting of Kuttuvilakku. As the flame rises, may it ignite curiosity in young minds, inspire innovation, and illuminate the path of research and technological excellence. I now request the respected HOD and Dean, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. S. Geeta ma'am, to kindly lead the dignitaries to light the Kuttuvilakku.
Not only marks the beginning of an event, but also reflects the spirit and hospitality of the institution. It's through a welcome address that we set the tone for the day of expressing our gratitude, outlining our vision, and extending our respect to the dignitaries and participants gathered here. To formally welcome this august assembly and introduce the essence of NCICT'26-QUANT, I now invite Dr. S. Geeta ma'am, HOD and Dean, Department of Computer Science Engineering, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning and warm welcome to one and all present here. Really, I'm very happy to have two pillars in the different domain, Sir Subramanian Nilagandan sir and Mr. Naveen. It's a proud alumni. So really very happy to have both of them for the inaugural program. Today we have gathered here for the inauguration of NCICT'26. It's 11th sequel of national level conference on the theme Quant, quantum computing, ubiquitous computing, advanced analytics, next-gen networks, and trusted security and cryptography. On behalf of the Computer Science and Engineering, I would like to welcome our Honorable President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar sir. And I would like to thank him for his constant support and motivation in the planning of this conference, which has ultimately led us to the 11th sequel of the conference. I take pride in welcoming our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi Madam, has been a guide and support in all our endeavors. My wholehearted welcome to our Rector, Dr. Vishwanathan sir, who always encourages us in organizing such events. The chief guest of the day, Dr. Subramanian Nilagandan, Executive Director, Society for Electronic Transaction and Security, CSEDept, Chennai. We are grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and for sparing your valuable time to honor us as a chief guest on this brand event of our department. Sir, we welcome you and are privileged to have you here with us. Welcome you, sir. I welcome Mr. Naveen Mahendran, Senior Director, Light and Wonder, Chennai, alumni batch of 2001. At 2000 only I joined in this institution. Really, I'm very happy to have Naveen as a guest today, who has immediately accepted our request and joined us today. Naveen, we are truly delighted and proud to welcome back to our university for this inaugural session. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming our additional registrar, Dr. V. Cyril Raj sir. During the period of Naveen, sir, Cyril sir is the HOD for Naveen. So, who is our mentor, and his continued guidance support help us to meticulously plan this event. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome our advisor, Mehta sir, who always with us and encourages us. Our Dean Engineering and Technology, Dr. N. Ethiraj sir, has been a great motivator all the time. A warm welcome to you, sir. I extend profound happiness in welcoming the executives, deans, heads of the department, university officials, staff members, and students who have come here to grace this occasion. A warm and grateful welcome to all the enthusiastic participants from the various colleges and universities who have gathered here to showcase their hidden talents and innovative ideas in this 2 days conference. I'm confident that the next 2 days will be the rich learning experience and memorable journey for each and every one of you. I take this opportunity to brief about the university and department to the guests and the participants. Dr. M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, established in the year 1988, was conferred to deemed university status in 2003 as Dr. M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, and further recognized as a special autonomy by the UGC and MHRD in the year 2018, and we are proud to say accredited with A+ grade by NAC in the year 2022 and serving over 30,000 students across different disciplines and different faculty. The Department of Computer Science and Engineering was established in the year 1988 onwards and has always aimed for excellence in computing disciplines. Our flagship BTech CSE program holds prestigious NBA accreditation for the year from the year 2025 to 28, and ABET accreditation is an international accreditation from the year 2025 to 2031. Our department is equipped with state-of-art labs supported by the industry collaborations and academics like IBM Software Center of Excellence, Cisco Net Academy, Red Hat Academy, AWS Academy, Oracle Academy, and Microsoft Academy. Beyond academics, we provide enriching experience through workshops, hands-on training, guest lectures, hackathons, and national level project competitions. Our students have visited ISRO, BSNL, IIT Research Park, Cybercrime Cells, and even participated in international collaborations, and they have done their internship at foreign universities, which is Sheffield Hallam University in UK, North Dakota University in US, Taiwan, Asia University Taiwan, South Korea, and Mahasa University, USM University from Malaysia, and so on, for gaining global exposure. From hackathons to various professional activity events like CSI, IEI, ACMs, our students consistently display innovation and determination and a spirit to take real-world challenges. At this junction, I would appreciate faculty coordinators, Dr. Anthony and Dr. Divya, and all the faculty members, staff members, technical members from our department, and student volunteers of NCICT, whose relentless efforts have made this event possible. A big round of applause for this teamwork and dedication to have this NCICT with a good start. Once again, I extend my warm welcome to our distinguished chief guest, Sir Subramanian Neelakantan sir and Naveen, dignitaries and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and even every participant gathered here for the inauguration of NCICT 26. May this conference be a platform of innovation, collaboration, and inspiration. Thank you all. Wishing the team NCICT 26 all the very best and a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your gracious welcome and inspiring words. Your address beautifully highlighted the vision of this conference and reaffirmed our commitment to academic excellence, innovation, and collaborative learning. Every conference carries a vision, a purpose, and a promise of impact. NCICT 26-QUANT is not just an academic gathering, but a vibrant platform where intellect meets innovation and research transforms into real-world solutions. To provide us with a deeper insight into objectives, theme, and vision of this prestigious conference, I now invite Dr. P. Divya, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to kindly present about NCICT 26-QUANT to the gathering.
A very good morning to the respected dignitaries, fellow academicians, researchers, and participants. It is my honor to introduce our 11th National Conference on Innovative Computing Techniques 2026, which is popularly known as NCICT'26-QUANT. NCICT has always served as a premier platform for forecasting collaboration between academia and industry. Our objective is simple yet profound: to bridge the gap between theoretical research and real-world applications. This year, we continue that legacy by focusing on the quant frontier, the technologies that will define the next decade of digital evolution. This year's theme, Quant, is an acronym representing the pillars of modern computing: Q, quantum computing; U, ubiquitous computing; A, advanced analytics; N, next generation networks; T, trusted security and cryptography. In these 2 days, April 8th and 9th, we have packed schedule designed to stimulate intellectual growth, which is designed with technical sessions, which is mainly focused on the tracks where researchers can present their latest findings, followed by keynote addresses where insights from industry leaders and distinguished scholars are proposed. We are proud to host this in a hybrid mode, allowing us to connect with experts across the nation regardless of the geographical barriers. Organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Dr. M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, this conference reflects our commitment to excellence in technical education. Under the guidance of our convener, Dr. S. Geeta, Dean and HOD CSE, NCICT 26 Organizing Secretaries, Dr. Anthony Xavier Brosen, Professor CSE, and myself, Dr. P. Divya, Associate Professor CSE, the organizing committee constituting the faculty members along with the student volunteers have strenuously worked as a team for curating an environment that encourages critical thinking and innovation. We hope that the discussions held here leads to meaningful breakthroughs and lasting professional relationship. Thank you for being a part of NCICT 26-QUANT. Let us together explore the frontiers of innovative computing. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful comprehensive overview. The presentation has clearly highlighted the purpose, scope, and academic significance of NCICT 26-QUANT, setting a strong foundation for the sessions and discussions that will follow. Visionary leadership is the cornerstone of every institution that aspires towards excellence and innovation. It is under strong progressive guidance that academic institutions grow, research flourishes, and students are inspired to achieve greater heights. We are truly privileged to be guided by such a dynamic leadership. It's now my proud privilege to invite Dr. Vishwanathan Sir, Rector of Dr. M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, to kindly deliver his esteemed address to this august gathering. Sir, kindly please.
Distinguished chief guest of this conference, Dr. Subramanian Neelakantan, Executive Director, Society for Electronic Transactions and Security, Chennai. Distinguished alumnus and chief guest for the day, Mr. Naveen Mahendran, Senior Director, Light and Wonder, Chennai. Respected Professor Cyril Raj, respected Head of the Department, Madam Geeta, distinguished faculties, distinguished delegates from various institutions and organizations, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to address this national conference on innovative computing techniques. I commend the organizers for fostering an academic platform that encourages critical inquiry, research collaboration, and intellectual exchange. At its core, computing has evolved from simple calculation to a powerful discipline, driving scientific discovery and societal transformation. Today, innovation in computing is not merely about faster systems, but about intelligent, adaptive, and scalable solutions to complex real-world problems. From a research perspective, we are witnessing a paradigm shift in multiple domains. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are moving from theoretical models to practical deployments. Concepts such as deep learning, natural language processing, and reinforcement learning are enabling systems to interpret data, recognize patterns, and make autonomous decisions. Quantum computing introduces a fundamentally new computational framework. By leveraging quantum mechanics, it challenges classical limits and opens new research frontiers in optimization, cryptography, and material science. I am sure another 3 to 4 years' time, quantum computing is going to take over artificial intelligence. High performance computing and cloud computing are enabling large scale simulations and data intensive research across disciplines such as climate science, bioinformatics, and astrophysics. Edge computing and the Internet of Things are creating decentralized architectures where computation is performed closer to data sources, reducing latency and enabling real time analytics. Blockchain and distributed systems are redefining trust, transparency, and security in digital interactions. These developments are deeply rooted in fundamental principles established by pioneers like Alan Turing, whose work in computation theory continues to guide modern research. Dear researchers and scholars, innovation in computing today demands an interdisciplinary approach. The boundaries between computer science, mathematics, electronics, biology, and social sciences are increasingly blurred. Breakthroughs are often occur at these intersections. I would like to highlight 3 important directions for academic engagement. Research depth with practical relevance. Focused not only on theoretical contributions, but also on solving real-world challenges, be it healthcare accessibility, sustainable energy systems, or smart infrastructure. Second one, ethical and responsible computing. As future technologists, we must address issues such as algorithmic bias, data privacy, cybersecurity, and digital inequality. Technology must serve humanity with fairness and inclusivity. Innovation through collaboration. Collaborative research across institutions, industries, and nations is essential. Problems like this conference enable the sharing of ideas that can evolve into impactful innovations. In the Indian context, initiatives such as Digital India and the growth of research ecosystems in premier institutions are creating opportunities for young scholars to contribute to global advancements in computing. Dear students, you are entering a field where learning never stops. I encourage you to build strong foundations in algorithms, data structures, and computational theory. Engage in research projects, hackathons, and open source contributions. Cultivate curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking. Remember, innovation begins with questioning the existing and imagining the possible. Let this conference be more than a series of presentations. Let it be a space for dialogue, discovery, and inspiration. In conclusion, innovative computing techniques are not just tools of efficacy, they are instruments of transformation. As researchers and learners, you have the responsibility and the opportunity to shape a future that is intelligent, inclusive, and sustainable. I wish this conference every success and all participants a deeply enriching academic experience. Nandri Vanakkam.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring and insightful address. Your words have not only reinforced the vision of this conference, but also encouraged us to pursue innovation, research integrity, and academic excellence with renewed commitment and confidence.
Strong institutions are not only built upon visionary leadership and dedicated administration. So, I now respectfully request Dr. S. Cyril Raj Sir, Additional Registrar Administration, to kindly address the gathering.
The most respected rector of our university, Professor Dr. Viswanathan sir, respected chief guest, Dr. Subramanian sir from CED, Chennai, guest of honor, as well as our beloved student, alumni student, Mr. Naveen, who has passed out from our university in the year 2001-2005. Happy to see him again as the guest of honor for this inaugural of this NCICT. 2026. So, dear students, friends, it is indeed a very, very important occasion for all of us. The type of shift which is happening there in our computing and the information technology domain, it needs lot of interaction with various stakeholders. So I think all of you are aware we are freely recklessly using the AI tools for our day-to-day academic as well as for our daily routines also. But beyond AI tools, there are a lot of scientific developments which are happening there, and under these AI platform also. You are aware, right now agentic AI is replacing the other AI platforms also. At the same time, AI is also playing a very important role as far as information security is also concerned. Right now, the AI, it's a, I mean to say that double-edged sword. So both for breaching the security as well as for implementing security, this AI is playing a very important role. Now that attackers are using AI for creating camouflaged codes also. I think you are aware there are different way of executing the same process or identifying one particular content in the memory with the various different addressing mode. So where the pattern of the code will change, but the action is same. So the security breach will be the pattern, but the code will have a lot of changes also. That's what actually I said. So now AI tool is being used to camouflage these sort of new code also. At the same time, again, if you see, as already Sir said, that IoT with the emergence of IPv6, it's playing a very, very important role in our day-to-day activities also. So right now, the smart city systems are there. And then again, AI along with this, IoT, it's playing very, very important role in medical field also. Very recently, in fact, I've visited one patient where he was operated by robo for the multiple spinal cord injuries. So, except his physical, behavior after, because of this injury, but if you see the real opening of that particular patient, it is, in naked eyes we could not able to see there a large cut open has taken place in his body. So, such a very, precision surgery is also taking place. At the same time, the precision surgery, as far as while doing the surgery, it should not disturb the nervous system also. So, many such things are happening in that particular domain also. At the same time, in our, Web 3.0 also, and then so lot of developments are happening there. Now, there is a new trend where there is a domain outlook also. That is domain outlook is also very important quality for our computer science and then information technology domain. Professionals also. So very recently, lot of developments are happening there in drug discovery as well as developing drug for individual profiling also. So in many occasions, already I would have told you. So the generic medicines that we are right now taking will have individual profile side effects also. So that is also being right now developed. So by using AI driven approach where the profiling will take place, and then the AI driven system will suggest which will be the appropriate combination of drug system will have a optimal effect in stopping the spread of the disease or mitigating that particular disease also. So many such developments are happening. What I'm trying to say, dear students, friends, try to have a 360-degree view of what is happening there in other domain also. One of the very important development is what is right now, what the warfare which is happening in between America and then Israel and then Iran also, as well as a war, the war which is going on between Russia and then Ukraine also, where it is purely electronic based warfare systems. So definitely that warfare could able to spoof that GPS systems also, where the missile systems which are based on that GPS systems are being camouflaged to hit some other targets also. Many such developments, as well as the drone intelligence also. So the coming days, drone is going to play a very, very important role in our systems also, where a knowledge of the drone and then the drone based intelligence gathering and then the drone based the data processing, all these things. Again, very recently, I think probably would have seen in the YouTube video, the Chinese have developed a swarm of drone where it could able to negotiate through the thick jungle, where it is the bamboo tree. I think negotiating with the bamboo tree is very, very tough. So they have demonstrated where the swarm of drones could able to negotiate these sort of dense bamboo tree, and then could able to reach the target, and then they are attacking the particular target also. So many such developments are happening there. So please make use of these sort of opportunity to interact and then try to come out with a novel idea, so that in the coming days, I think our Prime Minister is also focusing there. Our India should be the leader as far as this AI domain is concerned. So unless we are equipped with the necessary knowledge as well as necessary skills for demonstrating all the things, it will be only something like a paper tiger only. So dear students, please make use of such an opportunity. Let me thank once again Dr. Geeta for providing such a continuing this particular platform for students enrichment, as well as the other secretary of these NCICT 2026 for successfully hosting this particular program. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for that your inspirable and valuable speech.
It is now my proud privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Subramanian Neelakandan sir, Executive Director, Society for Electronic Transactions and Security, for today's inaugural ceremony. To carry forward this honor, I now invite our student representative, Ms. Amrita Varshini of second year Computer Science and Engineering, to kindly present the profile of our distinguished chief guest to this august gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor to introduce our distinguished chief guest, Dr. N. Subramanian Neelakandan sir, who currently serves as the Executive Director at the Society for Electronic Transactions and Security. Dr. Subramanian sir brings with him over 2 decades of extensive experience in advanced computing and cybersecurity. Prior to his current role, he held several key leadership positions at the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, where he contributed significantly to research and development in network security and high-performance computing. He holds a PhD in Network Security from the International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, and his research interests span across computer and network security, 5G and 6G technologies, edge security, trusted AI, and ICT accessibility. Dr. Subramanian sir has also played an active role in shaping India's technology landscape through his involvement in various governments and international technical committees, including BIS, IEEE Standards Association, and TSDI. In addition, he has mentored numerous PhD and MTech students and has guided startups through innovation initiatives and hackathons. With his deep expertise, leadership, and commitment to advancing secure digital technologies, we are truly privileged to have him with us today. Please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. N. Subramanian Neelakandan sir.
Thank you for that. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Amritavarshini, for that wonderful and insightful introduction. We are truly privileged to have such an eminent personality with us today. Honoring distinguished personality is a proud tradition that reflects our respect and admiration for the contribution to academia and society. To express our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, I now request the Rector Sir and respected dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward and felicitate our chief guest as a token of our respect and esteem.
This gesture is a small expression of our profound respect and gratitude for your gracious presence and for inspiring us with your valuable time and guidance. Your association with NCICT'26-QUANT adds great significance and prestige to this occasion. We are truly honored to have you with us today, sir. The inaugural address signifies not just the formal commencement of conference, but the beginning of a meaningful intellectual journey. It sets a vision, defines the direction, and inspires the deliberation that will unfold in the session ahead. With a great honor and anticipation, I now respectfully invite Dr. Subramanian Neelakandan Sir, Executive Director, Society for Electronic Transactions and Security, to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Good morning, everyone. Iniya Kaalai Vanakkam. Respected members in the dais, Rector Professor Vishwanathan, we are thankful for inviting us over here. Additional Registrar, Dr. Geeta, and then Mr. Naveen, Dr. Anthony, Professor Divya, Professor Mehta, the management, Vice Chancellor, and the President. And I take this opportunity and privilege to stand before you on this occasion. It gives me immense pleasure. So I just thought that I should talk about two things only. One on the technical aspects and the opportunities surrounding this particular event. It is nicely crafted event, and this is the 11th edition, as I gather to understand. Appreciate and congratulate the organizers for sustainably holding such events, covering the cutting edge areas, bringing in researchers and students and faculty members across the country and the state to brainstorm and share the knowledge about the advancements and opportunities. Nicely kept theme, which the Professor Divya read it out on quant, basically on quantum technologies. So when you look at the first aspect of the theme, when you look at quantum technologies, as it was already said, there is an evolving computing paradigm. It's a paradigm shift because we are moving from digital bits to qubits, and there are enough research that are happening. In the country, it is very interesting and motivating to see that there is something called as National Quantum Mission. How many of you are aware of it? Can you raise the hand? National Quantum Mission. Okay. So you can just learn more about it. There is this National Quantum Mission announced in the year 2023 and activated in 24-25. There are 4 pillars in the quantum mission where Indian researchers are engaged. There are more than 100 institutions that are currently engaged in this research activity under 4 areas, one on quantum computing. So how do you develop the future quantum computing machines? There are different ways of building such machines. There are researchers who work on superconducting based qubits. Some research that is from TIFR. Institute of Science Bangalore is approaching this problem through setting up of photonics lab. Similarly, there are institutes like ISER Pune, which works in this area to set up, develop a quantum computer with approach on trapped ions. There are like that n number of at least 6-7 different ways of approaches that are currently happening to develop such a computing system. So when you look at this, this is going to be a paradigm shift because the orders of magnitude of compute is going to open up opportunities for newer applications and newer science and engineering research, space research, and things like that. So currently still we are in the process at the global level, it's in the process of computing machine getting developed. Some of the industries like IBM, D-Wave from Canada, and a few other institutes, organizations from Finland, they all have tried to build certain quantum computing machines, which is, I would say, something called as noisy state intermediate scale quantum computers, which is basically a computing machine that is there for simulation problems and things like that, yet to really get a shape for solving real world problems. Why is that? Because you need to have large amount of qubits, logical qubits, to represent the circuits and then solve the problem. See, we have not yet achieved that kind of a maturity there, but it is expected that it will happen in any of those methods what I said. So there is a race that's actually happening. People who are working on superconducting or people who are working on photonics, there are different advantages and disadvantages, and then they are trying to see how one sees a quantum machine in any of these techniques. So in India, we have physics universities and institutions, researchers largely grounded from quantum mechanics and physics, chemistry, electronics engineering, mathematics, computing science, electronics and hardware, obviously. So you see that when you build such kind of a system, it brings in an interdisciplinary linkages of institutions and researchers to join hands. So for example, when you want to build a quantum computing machine at a fundamental level, it will be, you need to have the theories from the physics and the quantum mechanical elements to be there. Then you need the control electronics. That is where the engineering role comes into picture, largely from electrical electronics and things like that. Then you have applications, computing science and things like that. Mathematics for problem solving and all. So you see opportunity unfolding in this new area of research. It's about a 6,500 plus crore invested mission that the country is embarking. We have large institutes across the country driving it. The nodal institute for quantum computing is Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, that drives it. And they collaborate with industry and academic institutions like you and bring together the researchers to develop and address challenges. This is number one of quantum computing. Number two is quantum communication, which we understand at SETS better because we don't work in computing domain, which I talked about. Now, quantum communication is another area which is slightly, I would say, mature compared to quantum computing. Here, the problem statement is the current internet has a crypto scheme and security primitive that is running on intervened with your TCP/IP protocol, which is secure. Yet, the physicists claim it as it's not theoretically a secure media. So typically when you look at cyber security, you talk about man-in-the-middle attack and all that kind of stuff, right? Whereas the theory of physics brings in something totally novel, which is basically through the theory of no cloning theorem, there is a possibility to build a communication fabric where it is impossible for any adversary to listen to any channel. The moment any adversary or the man in the middle comes into the channel, it will be known to either of the parties because of the sheer theory of the theorem, no cloning theorem. So this principle is being explored in the last 20 plus years, and currently you see globally, even in India, we have a lot of experiments done on fiber-based quantum key distribution. Setting up of links between institutions. Like for example, our own institute, R&D institute located at Taramani, we have a fiber connecting from our institute to IIT Madras, which is of course nearby, but then still we use a traditional laid fiber and then we run the quantum key distribution protocol, all using indigenous technologies and things like that. So this technology is kind of getting mature. There are industries which are showing a lot of interest. There are products that are available at technology readiness level 7 or 8, which are much mature to deploy in the field. So this area is pretty much mature. And there are a lot of, again, inside this, if you zoom in, there are things like there are researchers who are working to set up secure communication channel in wireless, or I would say free space media, which is, any fiberless media. It could be through satellite, or it could be through, drone to drone communication and things like that. So then there are a lot of protocols, variant of protocols that are available within it. And so here again, if you see the opportunity, people who are working in physics, electronics, computer networks, and cyber security, they have a huge role to play to contribute in this area. And of course, you have other applications and other things that will come on top of it. The third vertical within the quantum is something called as quantum sensing. Quantum sensing is something which is even more mature. They talk about magnetometers, they talk about gravitometers and things like that, which high precision. Additional research was talking about the GPS attack and things like that, right? So there are research that are presently happening. How do I do a location mapping without GPS sources? Are there a better source available, or a very accurate source that are possible? So then that's where the quantum sensing methodology comes into picture, and then you can build such equipments and tools using that. So this is another vertical. The second vertical on the quantum communication, I forgot to mention, the nodal agency is IIT Madras itself. So we are gifted within the same city. For the quantum computing, I said Institute of Science Bangalore. For communication, it is IIT Madras, Professor Anil Prabhakar. We closely work with him. And this quantum sensing is headed in IIT Madras, Bombay, by Dr. Kasturi. So she is leading researcher in this field. And of course, there are other researchers who work with them. And then the fourth area of quantum where the country is embarking is something called quantum materials. So basically, when you talk about quantum computing, as I said earlier, there are different means in which you need to material science research that needs to go. This is purely getting into the theoretical work and the material science of physics and things like that. So you have IIT Delhi and other organizations working in this. So under the National Quantum Mission, the moment you go to internet and then just give NQM, National Quantum Mission, you will be taken to the website managed by Department of Science and Technology, which manages this entire thing. There are opportunities for many of the researchers, faculty, as well as students to look at open work, what is happening over there and things like that. So that is the Q part of it. Then you talk about ubiquitous computing. Under ubiquitous computing, I am just triggered to talk about something called as National Mission on Integrated Cyber Physical System, NMICPS. So if you just type this NMICPS, you would get to a mission which is running in the country since 2020. So the objective of this mission is integrated cyber physical system talks about how human and machines can coexist, how mission critical systems can be developed. So it talks about AI, it talks about verticals on cyber security, it talks about hardware and various other application and technology fronts. So there are about 21 plus nodal hubs that have been established under this mission, under various institutes across IIT and things. So you would come to know once you just search for NMICPS. So there's a huge opportunity in the ubiquitous computing space, sensor development and all that stuff. Like many examples were already given on health or in the defense or various other places. So that's the U part of it, what you have in the your own theme. Then you talk about QUA, right? So that's on the analytics, advanced analytics. So so how many of you watched this recent India-hosted AI summit? So I think, okay, nothing wrong. Even if some of you have missed, there are things available, all those discussions in the YouTube. You just have to go and see. Again, the earlier speakers, former Vice Chancellor himself has said about the importance and the nuances of AI, which brings in the positiveness as well as challenges that we need to look into it, right? And if you understand the way India sees the AI is something very unique than what other countries are seeing. That is evident in the AI summit that happened. So it is more like a societal benefit. So when you look at societal benefit, important point is about to ensure that the AI model doesn't have bias, it is properly trustworthy, tested, and it is robust enough, it is scalable, and things like that. So those are the opportunities. Again, here I would urge you to go and visit this portal, which is maintained on the AI mission, India AI mission, right? So they have lot amount of data sets that are already available for agriculture, for health, for banking and various other things. So if you're a student, what you can do is you can see these days you are gifted because you have this generation has a lot of advantage to go to the internet and try out things just out of the class. So what you can do is you have open models, you have closed models. There are advantages and disadvantages of both, right? So when you have the open model, what is the advantage of open model is that you would be able to tweak that model with our own data and things like that. Whereas when you have a closed model, the advantage is that you need not have to tweak, but directly through API calls, you will be able to use that AI model for any application development. So data set is another thing. So I think these are things which are available in that. So when you talk about that's what is about opportunities there that is there in AI, and a lot of open data set and opportunities are over there. Models are also, open models are placed in the site, what I'm saying there. You can yourself go and experiment with that. Then you talk about my own favorite network, next generation network. See, next generation network, if you look at it from 2G to 3G, you had, actually you never had security, and then you had less throughput kind of stuff. When you have 3G, you had a huge amount of throughput, right? You have Mbps of data that is coming onto your mobile. Currently with 4G to 5G, 4G LTE, then we move to 5G, we already have gigabit throughput coming into our hands, right? So you can just quickly download stuff and things like that. So what you can see, the ITU, which is the International Telecommunication Union, that drives at the international level this research, talks about something, a 3GPP standard, which always has a very long trajectory. Like 2030, they talk about, in 2020, they talked about 2030 roadmap. And it's unlike other roadmap, it is exactly by every month, or they have follow up on realization of the protocols and introduction of services. So right now in 2026, you see 5G is rolled out already in various countries, including our country. But only one aspect of 5G is rolled out, which is only what is called as for high throughput, bandwidth application. There are two other services are yet to come in the global level. One is on something for ultra reliable, low latency services, which is basically for live surgery when you want to have a remote doctor located at several thousands of kilometers away, an expert, and lively will be able to guide a surgery. Then you need communication protocol which is so sensitive to latencies, right? So that is yet to be rolled out, which is expected to happen in 2027. And one more service which is yet to be rolled out in 5G at the global level is something called as massive mission-type communication. So here when you have the sensors, when you talked about Ubicom, we talk about various sensors. It could be road transport sensors, it could be agriculture sensors, it could be flying drones itself as sensors, or camera as sensors, whatever it is. So you have huge amount of data coming from all the sources. But then if you need to have a kind of communication fabric that is so robust enough to obtain such communication throughput to get data from all this sensors. So that's what is about massive machine type communication. So this is again an opportunity. So when you look at 5G to 6G transition, already people have started talking about 6G, though the 5G has its roadmap to roll out till 2030. And there are a lot of opportunities in the country because 5G India first time very actively participated. IIT Hyderabad, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras had a lot of innovation industries and startup ecosystem created in this space, and a lot of patents were created and standards have done. So we have a huge opportunity in other 5G rollout services as well as in the 6G. So this is with respect to the next generation network. So I think huge opportunities are there. Then what is that? QNTA. Quanta, right? QNT, yeah, that's, I should not forget the T. T is where I come from basically. T is the trust, security, and you talk about cybersecurity and privacy, right? So basically, whatever technology you talk about, even when you talk about quantum technologies, already while there is a happiness that there's going to be a new paradigm shift of quantum computing, there is a worry also. When you have huge amount of data that is already stored in a secure manner using encryption schemes that are currently there, is it going to be secure even when a quantum machine is there? So that is a worry. There is a worry, something called as harvest now, decrypt later. So meaning current day financial data or sensitive personal data which are securely encrypted and stored using schemes like Advanced Encryption Standard, AES protocol, crypto scheme, and the RSA and ECC, elliptic cryptography scheme, some of them are already threatened by the quantum computing paradigm. So you need to have a new area of work which is coming up is post-quantum cryptography, where in the classical system, how do you make the classical system more resilient and robust against the attacks from a quantum adversary? So this is an area of work where opportunities are there for computer science, math, and electronics, because you need to build software and embedded system hardware and design schemes for testing through mathematical analysis. So this is the opportunity over there in cybersecurity. Of course, there are other opportunities which I talked about, QKD and things like that. So I think first part of my talk is just to say to you the various opportunities that are there. For the last area, you just come to our own site. There are interesting 25 problem statements we have given for students to address some of those challenges, what we do under the R&D. You are welcome to partner with us and things like that. The second part of my talk, which I won't take much time, is very important, I feel, is on the non-technical part of it. See, we are in a very interesting position as a country. How many of you know that amongst various countries in the globe that we are a country which has a demographic advantage? That means you are the power, meaning the youth population and the number of innovators that can come out in the globe is possible only in India, with the sheer numbers itself and the kind of opportunity what is being created across the states in the country and initiatives. So I feel there is a excellent, we are in an excellent time at this moment. The next 10 years are going to be a very important moment for us. And for example, if you want to imagine Tamil Nadu and then our institutions over here to really lead this whole effort in the innovation, there are already a lot of schemes in the state. You see the Startup TN initiative. You look at the schemes like IT&T, which is located in Anna University. A lot of innovation. There are institutes within the institutions like this. Innovation happens. Open, hackathons, data sets creation and sharing of data is happening. Recently, the government has also come up with ANRF, which is basically a fund that has been created, which is going to actually bring industry, academia, as well as student researchers together. So this is kind of a cultural change, because we have been traditionally doing research more in the governmental labs, which is not generally exposed outside. I think those things are getting changed now. So when you look at the ecosystem across the country, when you go to any institute or R&D lab or even a government lab or industry, you see a lot of openness to listen to what is an opportunity for anyone to look at it. So this is point number one. Point number two is it's all about interdisciplinary research. So if you are a student in a particular domain like electronics or computing science or electrical or mechanical, you need to just look in for interesting problem statement that may cut across multiple domains. Choose such interesting problems, partner with students of other departments or other streams, and then try to address a problem, and always try to see a solutioning point of view, which is more important today, because even the traditional research organizations are changing. The more emphasis are given to the translational research. Even institutions, I have been serving for more than 28 years in the Government of India R&D labs. I was serving for more than 25 years in CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Right now, in the last 4 years, I have been here in SETS. So I see a lot of change, things that are happening, which are very close. Now we are opening up, and then opportunity for collaboration. And that's the way we have to look at it, an interdisciplinary way. And finally, definitely the changes can be brought when you are aware of the changes and be aware of the opportunities over there. So I urge each one of you to be keeping track of research advancements across the globe and see what way you will be able to leverage it. Events like this are an excellent platform to connect and open up opportunities across institutions and for collaboration and things like that. So I'm sure that you are all going to have a highly motivating, excellent opportunity moments ahead. There are going to be interesting challenges for which technology is, we are already adopting technology for everything, right? It has come very much inside the home, inside our physical body and things like that. So I think we should see that we should handle it with care in the sense with responsibly and in a trustworthy manner with effective controls and put in place. That also should be done technologically. So I think we have a very excellent opportunity ahead. Wish you all a great moment ahead in your pursuit for research, and I wish you success in all your endeavors. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and thought-provoking address. Your valuable insights on innovation, research excellence, and evolving landscape of technology have truly set an inspiring and purposeful tone for NCICT'26-QUANT. Your words will undoubtedly guide and motivate all the participants as we embark on these academic discussions and knowledge-sharing sessions that lie ahead. We are also honored and delighted to have among us a distinguished alumnus of our institution. An alumnus represents the living legacy of an institution, a reflection of its values, academic strength, and commitment to excellence. To introduce our esteemed alumni guest, Mr. Naveen Mahendran, Senior Director, Light and Wonder, I now invite a student representative, Ms. Nivedita, from third year Computer Science and Engineering, to kindly present his profile to this august gathering.
Good morning to one and all present here. Success is not just about where you reach, but how far you have come. It is a moment of immense pride and joy for all of us to welcome back one of our very own, a proud alumnus of M.G.R. University from the 2001 batch, whose journey truly reflects the spirit of excellence nurtured within these walls. We are especially honored to have him with us today as our chief guest. Please join me in extending a heartfelt welcome to Mr. Naveen Mahendran, sir. With an illustrious career spanning over 2 decades, Mr. Naveen Mahendran, sir, has established himself as a visionary leader in software development and digital innovation. He currently serves as a senior director at Light and Wonder, where he leads the design and delivery of complex, scalable solutions across web, mobile, cloud, and containerized ecosystems. His professional journey is a testament to both depth and versatility. As a cloud expert, he has demonstrated exceptional command over the AWS ecosystem, building robust architectures using advanced services such as Lambda, EC2, and IoT Core. What truly sets Mr. Naveen apart, however, is not just his technical expertise, but his approach to leadership. He leads from the front, mentoring, collaborating, and inspiring his teams to push boundaries and unlock their full potential. From being a student of M.G.R. University to becoming a global leader managing multicultural teams, his journey is not just a story of success. It is a powerful reminder of what determination, continuous learning, and passion can achieve. Mr. Naveen Mahendran, sir, your accomplishments inspire us, your journey motivates us, and your presence here today is truly an honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm and enthusiastic welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Naveen Mahendran. We welcome you, sir.
Recognizing and honoring our alumni is a celebration of shared success and continued association. I now respectfully our esteemed chief guest, our honorable rector sir, and distinguished dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward and felicitate our respected alumni guest, Mr. Naveen Mahendran, Senior Director, Light and Wonder, Chennai, Alumni CSE, Badge of 2001, as a token of our appreciation, administration, and pride. We warmly welcome you back, sir.
Sir, your achievements bring honor to our institution, and your presence today strengthens the bond between the past excellence and future aspiration. We are delighted to have you with us, sir. A keynote address adds depth, perspective, and direction to the central theme of a conference. It bridges theory with practice, research with real-world application, and vision with implementation. A keynote speaker not only shares expertise, but also challenges us to think beyond boundaries and explore new possibilities. It is therefore a great privilege to invite Mr. Naveen Mahendran sir to deliver the keynote address.
It's going to be a tall order following up to that speech. I was just saying, Doctor, that. So, firstly, Vanakkam Chennai. I hope everyone is great. So, it's a profound honor to stand before you at this national level conference. I want to begin by thanking the distinguished members of the dais and to offer a special acknowledgement to every student and teacher who worked tirelessly to bring this event to life. Events like this do not happen by themselves. They are built by people like you. I am deeply moved to be here, an institution that has shaped remarkable minds and personalities across 4 decades. This place shaped me too. I carry that with me every single day. So, you got a glimpse of the mind of a scientist. So I'll try to stay true to who I am, an alumni. So what college really means to me. We live in the age of AI. Information is... It's not audible. Okay. Sorry about that. We live in the age of AI. Information is available at your fingertips, sometimes before you even finished asking the question. As part of this keynote, I want to address some of the emerging trends, but more than that, I want to talk about something more personal, what a college education truly means, and why the years ahead of you matter far more than you realize right now. 25 years ago, I sat exactly there where you're sitting. It was my first year, and I had come to a conference just like this one, hungry for industrial knowledge, for cutting-edge concepts, for the language of the real world. Honestly, most of it went over my head. I went home that evening and spent hours reading about the jargons I had heard, trying to make sense of it. But by my second year, I was not just attending conferences, I was helping organizing them. As a class rep myself, I designed posters, reached out to institutions for industrial visits, and tried to understand what made a great paper presentation. We cold called companies for setting up industrial visits and whatnot. We were persistent, and more often than not, we were ignored. But occasionally, someone said yes, and we made it happen. In my third year, I was part of a small group that built software for our college's IT recruitment drive. And in my fourth year, we organized a fundraiser at Nehru Indoor Stadium for a classmate battling cancer. In those days, sponsors were far and few between, but we made it to work anyways. I was also the quiz master at our college symposium and the designated animation expert during my stay here. The fact that I remember all of this and I want to proudly say in front of you is just to encourage and to want to see you here. So each of those experiences gave me something no textbook could. Leadership, organization ability, communication, and the quiet confidence that comes from having attempted hard things and survived them. That is what I want for you. Participate, not just here, at other universities, other events, other stages. Maximize your education. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge our teachers. They carry a superpower that most of us only recognize in hindsight. They can see the best in you, even when you can't see it in yourself. I am forever indebted to our Dean HOD, Mrs. Geeta, Dr. Geeta, I should say, and our advisor, Dr. Cyril Raj of Computer Science Department, for believing in me and providing all the aforementioned opportunities. I want to continue on that note and talk about confidence and growth. So I write this quote in my wall. A ship is safe in the harbor, but that is not what ships are for. Not sure that translated well, but every one of you has a potential that you have not yet fully discovered. The only thing standing between who you are today and who you are capable of becoming is the willingness to leave the harbor, your safe zone. It will not be comfortable at first. The first few yards are always the hardest, but once you are moving, you will find the sky is far bigger than you imagined. Try to be the best version of yourself. Find work that you look forward to, not work you merely endure. Build your own definition of success, not someone else. And when you make mistakes, as you will, treat them not as failures, but as data. Learn, adjust, and move forward. Switching topics, the most important thing of college. One thing I can definitely promise is that no matter what, the friends you make here in college will last for a lifetime. They genuinely care for your success. Try to make more friends and be less judgmental about people. Don't be segregated into sections, departments, or any gangs. Try to move with all. Music bands, bike tours, hiking, weekend cooking, travels, short films, dance reels, whatnot, cricket tournaments. There is more to college and life. Having said that, remember your primary goal while you are here, which is to ensure a high academic standard. Now, back to our main agenda. I want to talk about the world you're walking into. I said I would not bore you with technology trends, but let me just take 2 minutes to paint a picture of the world that you are about to get into, a bold new era of computing. About quantum computing. Your laptop today is extraordinarily fast, but for certain problems like simulating how a new drug molecule behaves inside the human body, even the world's fastest supercomputer would take longer than the age of the universe to find the answer. Quantum computers work differently. We talked about qubits earlier. It can parallelly think about multiple simulations and get to the problem sooner, rather than the sequential approach that we currently deal with. It is early days and the engineering challenges are enormous, but the generation sitting in this room, any one of you, could be the one that finally cracks drug discovery, material science, and climate modeling. Not by working harder, but computing differently. On ubiquitous computing, right now, your phone is your computer. In 10 years, everything around you will be your computer. Your shirt, your glasses, the desk you sit at, the road you walk on. You will not open an app. The world itself will respond to you. Your room will know you did not sleep well and dim the lights before you ask. Your college campus will tell you which classroom is free before you even think about finding one. The chips are already smaller than a grain of rice, and they are getting cheaper every year. The question is not whether the world is coming, it is who is going to build it. Next generation networks. Think about the worst possible time. Your internet has cut out, middle of an exam submission, peak moment in a game, an important video call. Now imagine a network so fast and so reliable that, going back to the example we had earlier, that a surgeon in Chennai can operate on a patient in a village in Bihar using a robotic arm. That's some of the inspirational thing that the industry is moving towards and will shape the minds and the industry in terms of new areas and new challenges for the emerging world. That is what 6G will do. It will make distance irrelevant. The best doctor, the best teacher, the best opportunity will no longer be something only people in big cities can access. Your generation gets to build that world. Advanced analytics. Every time you scroll Instagram, every time you pay by UPI, every time your smartwatch tracks your sleep, data is being generated. Right now, humanity is producing more data every single day than existed in all of recorded history until the year 2000. Advanced analytics turns that ocean of noise into something useful, detecting cancer from a scan before any doctor can see it, warning a farmer about a drought 3 weeks early, flagging a bank fraud in real time. The engineers who learn to read data, not just collect it, will quietly become the most powerful people in the world. Next topic I want to touch upon is some of the intrinsic challenges about an upcoming engineer in India. I know some of you might be thinking, all this sounds great, but we are in India. We have power cuts, patchy internet, underfunded labs, some of our classmates can't afford a laptop, and that is exactly my point. Because here is what I have seen in my 25 years in this industry. The most extraordinary innovations in the world have not come from places with every resource and every advantage, They have come from places that had no choice but to think differently. Pressure produces diamonds, not comfort. And India, more than almost any other country on this planet, have proved that again and again. Not despite its challenges, but because of them. There is a word for this. We call it Jugaad. And I would like to extend and talk about some remarkable stories centered around Jugaad. Jugaad simply means frugal innovation, creating maximum value with minimum resources. B schools in America, Europe are now studying this. They have a fancy name for it, reverse innovation. We just call it common sense. I want to quote Dr. Abdul Kalam here. Dream is not that you see in sleep. Dream is something that does not let you sleep. And I want to extend on those three stories. I want to quickly jump to Chandrayaan. Most of you have seen the movie Interstellar, right? That movie cost 165 million to make. Just pretend to go to space. Not to space, but pretend to go to space. India actually landed on the moon's south pole, something no country had ever done in human history, for 75 million, less than half the price of a Hollywood film. Now, let me tell you the real story behind that number. Our ISRO engineers had one big problem. Their rockets were simply not powerful enough for a straight shot to moon. To escape Earth's gravity, you need to reach 11.2 kilometers per second. Our launch vehicle could not do that. Any other country would have said, okay, let's buy a bigger rocket. ISRO said, let's just use physics. So this goes back to the point Dr. Cyril Raj made, where it's not about the biggest technology, see the fighter jets or whatever it is. It is about a swarm of drones which could maneuver around that and try to defeat a bigger adversary. Instead of a straight shot, they used Earth's own gravity as a free slingshot. Chandrayaan-3 orbited Earth in big looping circles, each orbit gaining a little more speed, until finally the spacecraft broke free and coasted all the way to the moon. They even made 70 to 80 revolutions around the moon before the final landing. It took more time, but it cost almost nothing extra. And here is the best part. While all of this was happening, Russia was racing us to the same spot. Their Luna 25 mission had a more powerful rocket, a bigger budget, nearly double yours. It crashed 2 days before we landed. Our ISRO chief, Mr. Somnath, when asked about the budget after landing, just laughed and said, I won't disclose such secrets. We don't want everyone else in becoming so cost effective. The lesson is, innovation is not about having the biggest budget. It is about having a frugal plan and a scientific mindset. A constraint is not a dead end. It's an invitation to think differently. And extending, my Jugaad stories. Next is UPI. So that little QR code that you see on a wooden pole outside of any vendors or carts, right? So that competes with some of the biggest minds in America, where they came up with SWIFT-based systems or Visa, MasterCard, that was built over a period of 50 years. That little QR code sticker you see on a wooden pole or taped to the side of an auto rickshaw, that is not just a payment link, that is a revolution. It costs maybe 2 rupees to print, but it does exactly what $1 billion banking infrastructure does, instantly, securely, for free. UPI was launched in 2016. Just think about what has happened since. By 2025, India alone was handling roughly 50% of the world's entire real-time digital payment volume. So that is a number you can look at it again, because it talks about how much transactions we make and the number-wise advantage that India has in the emerging world. In 2025, according to the IMF, International Monetary Fund, UPI actually surpassed Visa in total transaction count, the same Visa that took 60 years to build its global empire. UPI did it under 10 years with a QR code sticker. Here is what makes me proud. More than 70% of UPI users are not from big metros like Chennai or Mumbai. They are from small towns, village, tier 2 cities, people who never owned a credit card, never walked into a bank branch, who completely leapfrogged the 20th century financial system in a single scan. Today, UPI is live in 27 countries, France, Singapore, UAE, UK, Bhutan, When PM Modi visited France, Indians were paying at the Eiffel Tower using UPI. Let that sink in. And the lesson here, don't try to build a better version of an old system. Understand your audience, really understand them, and build something so simple and so useful that even your grandmother can use it without a manual. And my final Jugaad story is about the age-old Dabbawalas. The Dabbawalas have been running since 1890. That is 135 years. Every single working day, they collect 2 lakh freshly cooked lunch boxes from homes across Mumbai, move them through one of the most crowded train systems in the world, and deliver to the right person, at the right time, at the right flow, before lunchtime. Then they collect the empty boxes and send them all back home by evening. Each dabba changes hands at least 6 times during the journey, so there is 24 lakh manual handoffs every single day. With zero app, zero GPS, zero electricity required, their technology is a color coding system painted directly on the lunchbox, a visual language of numbers, alphabets, and colors that tells each person in the chain exactly where the box must go next. It works even you can't read a single word. Instead of buying a fleet of delivery vans, think about, if you are UPS, right? And you read this sort of a business operation, you're suddenly inspired, right? So how things work in India. And that's, again, a thought for you to delve in and take some inspiration from how Dabbawalas operate. The lesson here, before you write a single line of code, before you open your laptop, make sure you understand the problem you're trying to solve from the ground up, like a Dabbawala understands Mumbai. So finally, for my closing note, as a young kid, I was fascinated by computer graphics and software. Today, I am a senior director with 7 pending patents in a 7 billion company which specializes in gaming. Keep believing and keep enjoying what you do. Thank you, M.G.R University, for this extraordinary opportunity. I wish every one of you and this conference a grand and well-deserved success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Navin Mahendran, sir, for your insightful and engaging keynote address. Your perspectives on emerging technologies and industry trends have enriched our understanding and providing valuable direction for the session ahead. Your words have truly inspired us to approach innovative with clarity, responsibility, and forward-thinking vision. Strong institutions are not only built by putting bricks together but also visionary leadership and dedicated administration. So for that, now I would like to invite Dr. N. Ethiraj, sir, Dean of Engineering and Technology, to address the gathering. Sir, kindly.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning, all of you. Okay, respected Rector Dr. D. Vishwanath, sir. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Subramaniam Neelakandan, Executive Director, Society for Electronic Transactions and Security, and Mr. Navin Mahendran, Senior Director, Light and Wonder, Alumni of Computer Science and Engineering, Batch 2001. And Additional Registrar, Dr. B. Cyril Rasser, HOD and Dean, Dr. Geeta Madam, and my dear colleague, as well as my dear friends, friendly students. See, first of all, I wish to congratulate for organizing a national conference on innovative computing techniques. See, actually, these conferences or symposium, whatever we organize, it is only for make you to get awareness towards what is going on around you, apart from the book. What is the latest that you must know? Because what you are going to see in the society after you are completing your graduation is totally different, because you know the way in which the technology is growing. But I want to tell you only 2 things. First thing is, you are an engineer. Please understand that whatever tool you are using it for AI, it is user friendly. Maybe your prompt is going to play a very vital role. Only thing is, please try to understand what is going on behind the screen. Because in future, even a kid is going to use the artificial intelligence tools like you. But the difference what engineers make is what is going on inside, how it is picking the information, right? This is one thing I always used to say, please go to the back end. See to that what is going on there. When you give the prompt, what is happening. Right. Second thing is, please don't 100% rely on the AI. Because why I am saying is, whatever prompt you are giving, see to that whether you are getting the answer related to your prompt. Because I have seen during the project, a lot of people are, getting the information from the ChatGPT or any AI tools. But what question they asked, what is the answer they got, totally different. But still they use it as it is. When you ask a question, they are finding it difficult to answer. They don't know what AI gives, they take it 100% sure that it is right. Please understand that. Use the AI tool, but whatever answer it gives, understand what is it giving, whether it is related to your prompt, and then use it. Once again, I congratulate the national conference to be a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful and inspiring address. Every conference reaches its true beginning at the moment of its formal declaration. With the gracious presence of our esteemed dignitaries, the inspiring address we have been privileged to hear, and the collective enthusiasm of all participants, we now stand at the threshold of an exciting academic journey. It's my proud honor to request our chief guest to formally declare the 11th National Conference of an Innovative Computing Techniques NCICT'26-QUANT open.
NCICT'26-QUANT is now officially inaugurated. We look forward to insightful sessions, meaningful discussions, and productive exchange of knowledge in the days ahead. We shall now proceed with the release of our department magazine, CSIT Times 41st edition. CSIT Times reflects the vibrant spirit, innovation, and achievements of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. It stands as a proud testament to the dedication, talent, and collaborative efforts of our students and faculty members. I now respectfully request our esteemed chief guest to kindly release the 41st edition of CSIT Times. I would like to invite CSIT Times 41st edition team onto the stage.
Thank you, sir. This release beautifully commemorates the essence of this conference and symbolizes the unity, enthusiasm, and academic excellence shared by all. As we near the conclusion of this inaugural ceremony, it is time to acknowledge and appreciate the invaluable contributions of everyone who made this event a grand success. Gratitude is not merely a customary gesture. but a sincere recognition of our guidance, encouragement, and collective efforts that brought this occasion to life. To propose a vote of thanks, I now respectfully invite our conference coordinator, Dr. Anthony Xavier Bronson, sir, Professor of Computer Science and Engineering, to address the gathering. Kindly, please, sir.
Excellence is never achieved alone. It is built on guidance, collaboration, and gratitude. Respected dignitaries on the dais, now of the dais, distinguished guests, faculty members, and my dear participants. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for this memorable inauguration of the 11th National Conference on Innovative Computing Techniques, NCICT'26 under the theme of QUANT, organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute. First and foremost, I express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. N. Subramanian sir, Executive Director, CSEDept, and very simple and humble man. And when we approach him, he didn't reject us, immediately accept our invitation, and we are here. Thank you so much, sir. And I extend my sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Mr. Navin Mahendran, Senior Director, Light and Wonder, our proud alumni for sharing valuable perspectives and motivating our participants with his word and experience. I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to our Honorable President, sir, for his constant encouragement and visionary leadership. My sincere thanks to our VC, Pro-Chancellor and Rector for their continuous support and guidance. I also extend my thanks to our Registrar, Senior Additional Registrar and Additional Registrar, Advisor, and all Deans. Thank you so much for guiding us. I would like to thank our convener, HOD and Dean of CSE, Dr. Geeta Madam, Organizing Committee, faculty members, senior professors, as well as session chairs, student volunteers, whose dedication and teamwork made this event a grand one. A special note of thanks to all the researchers, academicians, and participants who have joined us from various institutions and industry. Your presence adds immense value and meaning to this conference. Finally, I extend my gratitude to everyone behind the scenes who contributed to the success of today's inauguration. Let us move forward with enthusiasm and make NCICT'26 a grand success. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words of appreciation and acknowledgement. May I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
With this, we formally conclude the inaugural ceremony of NCICT'26-QUANT. As we embark on this academic journey, may this session ahead be filled with enriching discussions, innovative insights, and meaningful collaborations that advance knowledge and inspire excellence. We look forward to witnessing the outcomes of these deliberations and celebrating the collective achievements tomorrow at the valedictory ceremony, where we will reflect upon the ideas shared and milestones accomplished during this conference. Thank you.
Committee members come to the stage for a group photo, please.